Okay.
2, 3, go. Do this because it's easier for you.
Hello family, welcome back to Carolliving.
Hello family, we are so glad to come back here today with our vlog for the time. How have you been? For us, we are just here responding to the rainy season. It's been raining so hard. Mind, you have to carry the raincoats, the umbrellas. But today we're just going to share what we are doing, and as we embrace the rain season, we are planting a kitchen garden. I already had a flower garden on my very little teeny tiny balcony, but now we're just going to add more. I always have had a passion to do the flower gardening, the vegetable gardening, but I thought in an urban space where it's small, how can you do it? So this time I'm saying, you know what, I am going to pot certain plants, do so much potting of some commonly used spices, and I have assistants here, my son Jeremy and Jezreel, ready to help me out. So our first take is that we're going to pot. Look at these trays, they're very nice, right? These are actually very available in our markets, yeah. So these are going to be our vegetable seedling more trays, yeah. Well, I have 2 of them. And in Jezreel's tray, she's going to plant, what are you going to plant, Jezreel?
I'm going to plant spinach.
Yeah, spinach, you show the people. We have some seeds for spinach here that we're going to make. And Jerry, you're going to plant?
Sukuma.
So we have some seeds from the supermarket ready to do the seeding for sukuma. Sukuma, I don't know what it's called, kale. I think the English name is kale, but for us, we commonly call it sukuma because it's how we buy it in the market. Yeah, and then we'll also do some onion, the green onions. We shall also do some you can put it right here. We'll also do some garlic. So let's start. We have our potted mix here. This is basically soil, and for me, what I normally do, I never throw away my soil, but what I do, I just keep repurposing it. I enrich it with manure, organic manure from my kitchen. I also enrich it with a few mixes. This time I got some sawdust. This is sawdust, basically wood chippings from a carpentry. I had some supplied to me through a friend, so I just mix them here to keep it light. Sometimes as you plant flowers over time or any potted plant, the soil becomes a bit soggy, like it's silted, like it's thick, and it's just kind of clogged in and the roots cannot move freely. So I often repurpose it by just remixing it. I sometimes add charcoal dust. Charcoal dust is a very good one also for treating. It's carbon. And then also I put these chippings to just give the aeration to the soil. So I'm just going to add a few. There is no rule of thumb. You can do half, 50%, 50%. For me, I just make sure that it's really mixed out well. So I'm just going to mix it. Let me focus here. Mix it up. And then Jerry and Jezreel are going to just fill it up. Actually, I don't mind, I just do that. You know, planting is a bit dirty. It's dirty work. You know, you cannot be all very organized when you're planting. So this is demonstration, but when you find me in the farm, I'm very, very in a farming space or on my small yard. I am not afraid to get dirty. Isn't that, Jeremy?
Yes.
One time you used to plant, and what did you used to put in the holes?
What was it again? I've forgotten.
Farmyard manure?
Oh yeah, I would mix it first, then we put it in. Mix it using a shovel, then we put it in.
Yeah, in a big garden, right?
Yes.
And then you'd hold this farmyard manure. It was made of rabbit. I think it was rabbit manure at the time.
Yes.
Yeah. So
in science it's called organic
manure. That is
not organic. It's
farmyard manure. So now Jeremy and Jezreel, you're going to fill up these to the brim. Let me demonstrate one. It's just going to basically be that. Where you see a big chipping, just leave it out. Just with one finger, you just do that. Don't worry about it. Let me remove all the big chippings. Yeah, so you're just going to keep doing that as you fill up your pots. Let me put this in between you guys. Yeah, let's start filling it up. just do this. Do that. You can leave others to fall in another place like that. You don't have to be overfull. You see that? Jerry, just you're doing okay?
Yeah. Looks like a decoration.
Okay, the trays are quite tiny, like the holes, so you just have to fill it up. You don't have to overfill it, Jezreel. Okay? So the brim, that's you're doing great. You're doing great. It's really nice to engage the children when you're doing these things. I feel like sometimes we miss out engaging our families in the things we do around home. It could be farming, it could be housework, it could be the chores, it could be in the cooking around. So for me, my kids, I try as much as possible whenever they desire, so they be part of these activities, so they can also learn a few skills. You never know. They may stay in the urban setup and they have to do some container gardening, then they will have the skills to do it. But most importantly, it's also fun, and then they it helps them to bring their science in school to life. They're able to know germination, they're able to see the conditions for germination. You're doing great. Maybe we fill up this side and this way. While they fill up the garden, the potted trays, I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate a few things. Just keep planting this as I tell our viewers about the onions. I also started some onion plants. Jezreel, are you going to pay attention so we can be done also with this video at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. You're doing great. I also have this. I basically bought these onions. They are green onions from the market. I cut off the heads. I don't have one to demonstrate, but I basically cut off the heads and then put the stems and the rooted parts in water. And these are basically about 1 week old, about just over 1 week old. And then when you cut off the heads, they start germinating afresh in just water. Notice they rooted out much better. Now these are ready to plant in the pots. Yeah, and I proceeded to pot them. Let me carry this from this side. I proceeded to pot them this way. As you notice, I did the same mixture like that, like the one we had put in our trays, and just put it in, and then just put the onion in. Now it's ready to go outside. I'm basically going to place them on the balcony so they can thrive. Anytime you need to make an omelette, you just get your scissor. Let me demonstrate with my scissor. Where are your scissors? Let me get it. Where is my scissor? Oh, it's right here. Thank you. Thank you, assistant. So you get the scissors, your kitchen scissors, and then you just get it here. Cut it. You know, you can just cut these greens off. Even up to now, even like now, you can use them. And then you just you wash them clean from your kitchen and then use them in your omelette. You can use them in your samosas. There's a lot you can use them in your sauces, anything, gravy. You can blend them in. So they are ready. So why I'm using these little pots, one, they're accessible on the market. They are plastic. I don't have a big garden, so I'm keeping them here as their final destination. These are basically light plastic and they're very available. You buy so many of them for so cheap. So I'm placing all of them, Jeremy. And anytime Jerry can also have about 3 of them here. Just really, you have how many?
I'll have I also have
3. 6. You want 6 or 3?
6 of them.
Okay, fine. You'll have a few pots that you can also use in your recipes. Yeah.
Question.
So,
if you cut them off like this, will they grow back?
You leave a few leaves. Often leave the leaves that make the food for the plant, right?
Yes.
Yeah, these are the leaves. So you don't cut all of them. It's like thinning. You heard the term thinning?
Yes.
Yeah, you just cut off a few leaves.
Yeah, but how many leaves do you cut?
Just maybe 2 or 3 of the plant when they are many. When they become many, next time when they grow, you'll see them, Jezreel, okay? You'll see them, I'll tell you to cut and then you'll understand it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically this pot, you put in the potted mix and then you just transplant this. I already did this, and since I don't have a potted mix here, it's basically that pot, the potted mix, and then you transplant it. So these are ready to go out in the balcony and they will be just growing and being used. I am also potting the garlics this time. I have never done it before. I'm trying it for the first time. The garlic, I basically bought garlic from the shops, I mean from the market. It was the whole like bulbs together, like batched up like this. So I saw from a YouTube video, I think a Pinterest video. So I just said I'm also going to try it. So this is day 3 of these garlics. I got the garlic itself, put it to be supported by these toothpicks, and then just dip the root area into the water. And when you notice the root area here, look at those roots. Look at those roots. You may not see it so clearly, but there are roots coming through there. And when I just hold this up, look at that. Now this is just 3 days old, and as you notice, the roots I'm making here, also the shoots are coming out from here. So these are going to end up being green leaves similar to these. So as they grow more, maybe in the next 3 weeks, we'll be able to have leaves to use in like omelets and simple dishes. But at the same time, we will put this in soil to literally grow the bulb. Each one of these little bulbs will make a plant literally, and then you will get another big batch down rooted. So I'll also showcase this when I'm ready, but for today I'm giving them a week for them to be ready to be transplanted still in the similar pots. So that is it for today. We have our tools ready for use. It's good for you to invest in a good trowel, a garden trowel, and then a fork. It makes mixing soil and then getting it much easier. These are available on our market, and of course I always use it for thinning. I use this for cutting plants, for thinning them, dry leaves and everything. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. You share your experience. What are you planting? How is the rain like encouraging you to live? Like, it's like rejuvenation. The rain brings so much greenery. You find a way that rain can enhance the way you live. And this is how we live. Please share in the comments, keep subscribing to our channel, and keep it at Carolliving, people. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Say hi and say bye.
Hi. Bye.